It's Ash Wednesday. Now, I am not a Catholic, and I have been thinking about that church a lot lately uh, in connection with how they are connected to other criminals, but that's a different story. There's been like 4 or 5 things and interactions I've had with people today that have brought up my favorite Viktor Frankl quote. Now, that quote is, "Everything can be taken from a human, but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." Now, when I was in prison, I took this and I interpreted it as I basically have a goal of getting out of prison, and I don't know when that is, and I don't know when that will happen, but I know that there's a lot of days standing between me now and that day then. And I have 2 paths. I can either choose to take the hard path where I'm grumpy and angry and full of rage and bitter and want to take myself out and want to be mean to everyone around me. And I can do that. And I'll eventually get to that day when I get out of prison. Or I can take advantage of this opportunity and take advantage of this time that was given to me, even though I didn't ask for it, and make myself happier so the path to that final day when I get out is easier. And so it became almost like a game for me where I would try to see how happy I could make myself in prison. Like I would challenge myself, like, how busy can I make my schedule? How many letters can I write? How many books can I read? How many push-ups can I do? Like it was this challenge of like, oh yeah, how can I maximize this time? Like I am going to use this time so boldly and so bravely. And then this other interesting thing happened. I remembered all of the guards that used to give me a hard time when I would work out. Like I would use the stairs that were there, just like being stairs over in the corner, and I'd run up and down them like 150 times, and I'd get yelled at because I was creating a fire hazard. So then I'd go to the floor and start doing push-ups, and then they'd say I was inciting a riot when like 4 or 5 women would join me. And so it wasn't about me exercising, right? It was about power and control. And so at first I was taking these guards and their adamance that I not move my body. I took it as a personal injustice, and I was like all pissed off, like, how dare they? But then I realized, like, once I stopped taking it personally and I just see them for like the egomaniac, out of control man baby that they are, then it's funny. And there was this one time a guard had been telling me like all morning to stop working out. So I had stopped using the stairs. I had stopped being by the tables. Like I had listened to everything he had requested. And finally he said, you know what, Floyd, you just need to stay on your bunk all day. And so I was just on my bunk. And so I started doing yoga, just like seated yoga. I was like laying down doing poses. And he yelled at me over the intercom and told me I needed to stay still or I was going to be put into solitary. And it was at that time that it became funny to me that like, here's this person who gets to leave at home at night, right? Like they get to go home. They get to poop in a bathroom with a door. They get to use money to buy whatever food they want. Like if they want McDonald's, they can have it. Like this dude had all of these things and luxuries that I did not have. And yet me moving my body, like doing this, unglued him enough that like he tried to control my physical self to manage his own internal chaos. And then I started feeling bad for him. And I was like, oh, like he needs a prop to be able to feel better. He needs a little lovey, like a little whoopee. And it is in that thing that you find your power, when you realize like someone else can be a jerk, but you can choose how to respond to that. So for Lent, starting today, this Ash Wednesday, I'm asking you to join me in no longer giving up your power. You're giving that up for Lent. You're no longer going to let your power leak out of you. You are going to choose deliberately how you respond to circumstances, to things beyond your control. You don't have to let it sink under your skin. You don't have to let these things make you lose sleep. You can choose to bear witness to them and realize that you are not contributing to the forces of evil, that your hands are clean, you can have inner peace.